All right, guys, welcome back to the farm. It's another beautiful December day here. Today we are going to start putting our spring breeders together. We've only got 3 pens set up right now. We've got one back by the pond, one in the middle of the property, and then we've got one over in the meadow. So we're gonna set up 3 groups today. We're not 100% sure on our other pairings, so that's why we're only doing 3 today. We wanna get them started so they're not too late in the spring. So we're starting over here with Jamie's pen. You know how it is when I'm videoing and trying to move pigs by myself, but we are gonna try and get Mabel. Not gonna tell you who they're going in with until we get the other ones over there. So I've got some feed. I'm gonna put the camera down for just 1 second to see if we can get her out without getting everyone else out, and we'll get our spring breeding underway. Okay, we finally snuck Mabel out of there. She definitely respects the fence. And so now we're gonna try and get her back to the farthest pen, which is right back up over that chicken tractor, that red quack shack back there. She is definitely not wanting to leave any feed behind. It doesn't look like she's missed any meals recently, so let her clean that up. I'm not gonna tell you who we're putting her in with. If you've seen our video about who we're planning on breeding, you probably already know. But she is the biggest female pig on our farm, so we're kind of excited to see if she's gonna produce big piglets. You would think that she would, but you don't always know. So let's see if we can, come on, if we can get her attention. Let's see if we can get her back here before it's dark. Doesn't look like, come on pig, come on Mabel, like it's gonna be that hard. We haven't moved these pigs around very much since they've been on our farm, but we definitely know that they're easy keepers, and looks like they follow a feed bucket, so that's always a good thing. No matter what kind of pigs you have, if you can train them to a feed bucket, that always helps. So we're gonna march her back to the quack shack by the pond, and then we'll tell you who's going in with her if you don't already know. Come on. Come on. All right, not bad at all. If you guys have followed us a while, you guys know that most of these moves are quite easy, but we've got her in here. Nice little pond front view. Hopefully will help things out as we get ready to get her bred. I've got that end open down there. I'm gonna close that up, and I'm actually gonna move all the females first, and then I'm gonna move back to the boar pen and start bringing the boars out to the pens that they need to be in. So get all the females moved first. Mabel's done. I'll close up that other end of the pen, let her enjoy some time alone before a boar gets in here with her. All right, next female we're gonna get moved over is Delila. This will be her 3rd litter, I believe, on our farm. She's that belted black pig towards the back. You can see we've got 8 other pigs. It's almost feed time, which I like to move them during feed time, but it also makes it a little harder to get them out because everybody wants to come out. So we're gonna put this down. We're gonna try and get Delila out, and we only have to move her. Man, Chloe, sure are bossy. We're gonna just move her right over there to that pigloo right behind the tree, so we don't have to go far with her. So this should be, once we get her out, it will be an easy move. Well, it's always easier when I have 2 hands. I didn't catch that on film, but threw a handful of feed down, lifted up the fence, and got her out. And we're going the wrong way right now, but that's just because I want to turn this fence back on. But it won't be hard to get her turned around, so come on. Here we go. Come on, Delila. Come on. Come on, pig. All right. Nice, short, easy move. That's sometimes how we determine where to move them. Just try to make the easiest move possible. Where'd she go? We're just heading here. She's hot on my tail. Come here. Come here. Come right in here. Come on. Come on. There we go. got Delila in now. Oh, sorry to shake you all over. Here we go. Come on, Delila. Put your little feet down. There you go. There you go. All right, 2 down, 1 more to go. And then we'll bring the boars. Okay, back to Jamie's pen. We've got Delila moved, we've got Mabel moved. The last one for today is Smitten. This is the black and white one over here. So these guys were a little harder, and she just got shocked by the fence as I was walking up. So she might be a little tough to get out, but we're gonna move her just right up the hill to the Quack Shack number 2, which is now, I guess, Love Shack number 2, and see what we can do to get her out of here. All right, like I said, this is Smitten, and we are super excited. These are all new pigs to the farm. If you haven't been following us very long, just to see what they will produce. Come on, pig. They are all decent sized females, so hoping to add a little bit of size, but like we've talked in the past, we don't really care if these pigs turn out huge. We got coonies because we wanted small pigs, not huge ones. So, but if we can get a little size, it will be nice to add to our meat herds. So here we go. Come on, Smitten. Let's get her up in this pen, and then it's time to get some boars moved. There you go. There's 3 pigs down. Now we're just gonna get the boars. I'm not gonna videotape getting the boars in there, but we'll come back and check out who all 3 of these females are gonna be with for our spring litters. All right, guys, just got our last pen put together for the day. Like I said, we only did 3 pens. We've got 2 more, maybe 3 more to do. We've just got some things we want to figure out before we put them in. We want to make sure we've got the right pairings that we think will produce good piglets. So first one here, we've got Henry and we've got Delila. We had these 2 paired before. She had a lot of nice belted babies, and we're excited to see what they will produce. I just got Henry back in here. It's not the easiest trip when you pass by a whole group of female pigs over there, but we got it taken care of, and the food took over his thoughts. So he's in here with Delila now. Delila is our pig from Utah that we went out and got, and she's a smaller pig, but she has produced some fantastic babies. So we are excited to see what these 2 will produce. So a lot of people ask, how long do we keep them in together? Guys, when we have this set up like this, we can keep these in there until, we've kept them up until 2 weeks before their pregnancy, and we just move mamas and then take boars back. So we just want to make sure they're pregnant. The only problem with this is now we have so many more extra stops, which really isn't a problem. It just makes chores take a bit longer. So, which it is what it is, right? When you're raising animals and breeding animals, that's just some of the things that you have to deal with. So Delila and Henry, nice try boar. And we've heard that these boars don't stop growing until they're 3 or 4 years old. And it's hard to see on camera, but he has got some big old shoulders, and he's really turning into a solid pig. He's still got some growing to do, but we are excited what he has produced and the way he's really turning out here. So anyway, that's the first pen. Let's head up and check out the other 2 who we put in with those other 2 girls. Okay, coming up on the second pen here. I think I startled them both. We've got Ryder, and we put him in here with Smitten, and these are Jamie's pen here. So first time litters, but we wanted, she's black and white, and obviously he's solid ginger. His brother is all white, but we wanted to add a little color. You hope for it anyway. You can never predict what kind of piglets you're gonna get, but that's our thought. We're gonna add a little bit of color to this female. They're not best of friends right now, and that definitely happens when you first put them in, but once she comes into heat, they will be best of friends, I promise. So we decided to choose Ryder. Ryder has had a couple litters here. He's a brother to Shiloh, and he's the dad to Betty White. We've got some really nice solid piglets from him, so we're excited excited to see what these two will produce. So Ryder and Smitten, let's see if we can get a nice face shot of her. She's still enjoying some of this grass that she's able to find. So there's our second pairing for spring litters. And like I said, you put them together, you hope for the best. You find qualities that you like from different pigs, and you put them with other pigs that have great qualities. And if one pig's lacking in one area, you put it with a pig that has maybe a straighter back or nicer feet or faster growing. We are not professionals, but those are our thought process behind when we're putting these pigs and pairing them up. We just want to see if we can figure out the best piglets and just continue to maintain Kunekune pigs and keep the breed standards going. So that's our goals. They don't always work out, but a lot of times if you have good quality stock, then a lot of your piglets turn out really good too. But there's never 100% of a litter that turns out fantastic, but it's just the way it is. So let's head down to the pond here and we'll check out our last pairing. All right, our last pairing has the other brother. We got two boars. A lot of people ask us why we got brothers, but they were just both really good looking, and they've both really turned out well. So we thought about getting rid of one just because we have brothers. And so when we breed these two litters together, you can't really pair up their offspring. A lot of people do line breeding. We haven't looked into that yet, so we don't know exactly how that works. So we try to stay away from it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. We just don't really know what we're doing. So, but this is the brother of the pig we were just in. This is Shiloh. And like I said, our Ryder's all ginger. Shiloh's all cream. So you just never know. Mabel, what's wrong? You don't like your roommate here? You're bigger than he is. You're bigger than he is. She called a mama's boy or a daddy's girl. So anyway, this is the last pairing. If she would get far enough away from me, she's kind of banded too. So we've got Mabel and Shiloh, the two biggest pigs we have on our farm. And they're not done growing yet. We've heard they grow 3 to 4 years. I think I mentioned that already. So they could still get bigger. I'm trying to get you shots, but she just wants to be right next to me. So obviously they don't want anything to do with each other. I shouldn't say they. She doesn't want anything to do with him right now until she comes into heat. But it's the same. They're not going to fight. Do you need me to stop and talk to you? It's going to be okay. Yeah, it's going to be okay. You're going to like him here in just a little bit. So I am excited about this one for sure. Just to see if we put two big pigs together, are we going to get big piglets? And what are they going to turn out to be? So anyway, those are the first 3 of our spring litters. A couple days we're going to be putting our other ones together once we figure out 100% sure what route we want to take and who we want to pair up with who. We just didn't want to rush it and put everybody in and just hope for the best. So we wanted to take our time, try to figure out the best pairings we could get. I've still got a lot to do. I've got to go around. I've got to get hay in the houses. I've got to get their feeders and waterers out here. So I know you guys see a couple minutes of it because I'm not going to bore you to death, but we've been out here probably 3 or 4 hours moving fences, moving chargers, moving houses, moving pigs. Then once you get them in, we got to get the chargers set up, got to get the feeders and waterers moved. So there is a lot of work, but we do enjoy it. And I don't want to bring you along on a 4-hour video. That would be quite horrendous. So anyway, guys, it is almost Christmas. This is our last video before Christmas. We hope wherever you're at, you are enjoying time with family, enjoying time on the holidays, remembering that Jesus is the reason for the season. Just have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody. We appreciate you guys following along. If you haven't already, check us out on Instagram and Facebook. And don't forget to make the change.